long. So that's happened. Okay, let me just unplug you real quick. Sorry. Okay. Hello. Oh my god, why are you talking to me? This is the last time we'll ever talk. Still sticking with the white text I see. So smooth and stylish. I forgot how much I love highlighting. To read all the boring things you have to say. It's like a fun game for super extra handicapped retarded people, like opening a present. Find out what obnoxious thing the mystery tool typed. What is it? A pardon courtesy, I suppose. All the ways I've exploited you were meant to bring about the events that will take place this evening. Knowing this will provide context for the events in your near future and will affect how you behave in response. These events will be just as important as those preceding it. I've gone to great lengths. You see, you didn't exploit me. You were just a petty douche with a bad temper who likes to play games, and all I did was humor you. I did exploit you very thoroughly. It was easy. So full of yourself. Have I ever lost a game? Don't change the subject. What subject were you referring to? XXXXO. I'm going to log off in a big huff, and you have to promise not to use that nasty trick where you log me back on out of petty douchey spite. And then we could go back to never ever talking, because man, that was heaven when it was like that. There's no need for that kind of assurance. I will be brief. I no longer hold you accountable for any wrongdoing. In fact, I've given your transgressions very little thought since the incident. If you acknowledge this amnesty and regard it as sincere, you may begin to find the odds falling in your favor again. This may be essential if you are to succeed in your journey. Slow down, man. I'm just wearing out so many fucking pens, taking all these important notes. Fuck you for ruining all my good note-taking pens and giving me this terrible cramp in my good note-taking hand. Incredible, the risk you take with your scorn. But of course, it was your unpleasant, simplistic temperament that made you so easy to control. Vicious and predictable like an insect. If you turned a swarm of wasps on a crowd, the outcome is certain. It takes no skilled strategist to understand this. You were in fact a waste of my talents, a primitive expedient. Bletch, what a snob. You're worse than my meddler friend. I wonder why they waste their camaraderie on you. I'll never understand it. I thought you said you would be brief. I'll say one last thing. Though the magnitude of the ensuing destruction resulting directly from your actions will be neither possible or necessary for you to fathom, there nevertheless ought to be a silver lining. The only question is whether you will live long enough to see it. I am not a gambling man, but if I was, I wouldn't bet on it. Goodbye. ZZ. Bye, asshole. Do. More hollow comebacks, as hollow and wish-washy as the inside of one of these dumb black globes. What use is all that attitude against a guy who's never wrong? It's so depressing. You can't even work up the energy to smash this stupid thing. Maybe you could stand to have more camaraderie wasted on you, even if it comes from a meddler friend. Vriska, endure meddling. Arachnid's Grip AG began trolling Grim Auxilitrix GA. What? I just wanted to know, is your Lucis dead yet? Huh? What kind of question is that? Is that a trick? Are you trying to sabotage me? Are you in cahoots with someone? No. Cahoots, I say? You sure do seem to be saying cahoots. I'm just asking because mine's dead. What? Oh no. How did that happen? It was just her time. Really? Are you sure it wasn't sabotage? I would suspect sabotage if I were you. No, there was no plot or conspiracy or any trace of saboteurs operating through the special and magical union one can only describe as being in cahoots with another. When a virgin mother grub abdicates and renounces brooding, her time will be relatively short. I always knew this. She was so cool. You had the coolest Lucis of anyone I know. I wanted to meet her someday. Maybe you still can. Yeah, meet her corpse. I guess that's not so bad a consolation prize. Seeing a big, dead, cool mother grub. Wow. You're so lucky. My Lucis sucks. Why did you ask if she was dead anyways? Do you know something? They are all dying, or going to soon. I believe in a preemptive consequence of the game we are about to play. If a preemptive consequence is a concept that can be said to hold any meaning. But from what I understand, if it is applicable in any sphere at all, then this game holds that sphere. Okay, I don't really get that, so can you just go ahead, think I'm some dumb flighty broad again? I wasn't going to think that. You know what, I don't think I even really understand what I just said, so never mind. Now you have me a little worried. Man, I hope she's okay. Why would this happen? This is just my luck. Have some died besides yours, and you know whose, I guess? Yes, a few. Carcat thinks it's his fault. He believes his action triggered an inconspicuous chain reaction. You mean a curse? Sure. Wow, between his curses and my shitty luck, we are so screwed. I am not surprised to see you endorse his paranoia without hesitation, but I was attempting to illustrate a point and bringing it up. Phew, there goes another one sailing over the idiot girl's head. Okay, lay it on me. These events are inevitable, and regardless of whatever emotional entanglements obfuscate their significance, they will ultimately serve an important purpose. The curse had nothing to do with it, and Carcat's notion of a curse is inseparable from his perception of events as an intrinsically negative and as tailored to his personal dissatisfaction. And your bad luck is the same way, I believe, anyway. Okay, what would happen if you just cleaned up a bit? Don't you think you would step on a few less hard triangles? Why do you try to help me and stuff? What's the point? It's kind of bothersome and insulting sometimes. So I have a messing room. Big deal. My luck fucking blows. It's got nothing to do with it. And you just don't even know. Meddler, why you so meddly? Miss Meddlesome? Mick Fussy Fangs? Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Mick Fussy Fangs. Because you're dangerous. No way. I'm just fine. Why don't you can it? Every time you tell me to can it, I think it's funny. I mean, it's just a funny thing to say, don't you think? Face. It's okay to be dangerous. Lots of people are, and dangerous people can be really important. Even the most important sometimes, but it just means there's got to be someone around to keep an eye on them. And if it not me, then who? Everyone has an important job to do. So you're spying on me. Kind of creepy, man. Maybe you should get a life. Or, you know, if you're so high and mighty and think you're so great, maybe you could do, I don't know, try and stop me from doing bad things. That wouldn't work. If I tried to stop you, you would regard me as an enemy instead of merely as a nuisance. And what good would that do? So I'm afraid Mick Fussy Fangs it must be. Ugh. Okay, great, fine. I'm going to check on my Lucis now, but I'm starting to think you are full of shit, and I'm quite sure she will be quite fine. You're right, anything could happen, I guess. But just so you know, I'm sorry for your loss in advance. Arachnids Group AG ceased trolling Grim Auxilitrix GA. Arachnids Group AG began trolling Grim Auxilitrix GA. Ugh, man, why didn't I just get the last word and sign off real quick like I usually do? Let you sneak that stinky little ninja quip in there. So mad. Lousy, stupid, goddamn supportive friend. Arachnid Script AG ceased trolling Grim Auxilitrix GA. Vriska, check on Lucis. You go down like 50 million stairs to her nest below. You wonder if any other kid on the planet has such a high maintenance Lucis. You doubt it. Sorry, I had to crack my nipples. I almost said nipples. You passed by one of your complicated doomsday devices. You promised you build it for an especially powerful and influential member of the nautical aristocracy. I fucked that word. Aristocracy. I'm sorry. In return for his collusion during your campaigns. Some guy you were in cahoots with. You guess none of it matters now, though. It was tough to build, and it isn't perfect yet. Luckily, one of your pals nearby is pretty handy with technology. He can be tapped for parts and favors frequently. You wonder if any other kid on the planet has so many irons in the fire as you. You doubt it. See, look at this. She's fine and huge and hungry as ever. Yes, you're relieved. Yes, of course. Phew. Why wouldn't you be? It would be devastating if anything happened to your dear, sweet custodian. Oop. You guess there's no delaying this guy's introduction anymore as long as we're in the neighborhood. Enter name. Your name is Equius the Hack. You love being strong. You're so strong you would surely be the class of an elite legion of rough annihilators. And while such a calling would be quite honorable, you would prefer to join the ranks of arch-radicators. Perhaps the most noble echelon the Imperial forces have to offer. Unfortunately, you suck at archery. You have not successfully fired a single arrow. Every time you try, you break the bow. You are simply too strong. You have broken so many bows. It has developed into a habit bordering on fetishistic. You have to stop, but addiction is a powerful thing. You have a great appreciation for the fine arts. You use your aristocratic connections to acquire priceless masterpieces, painted in the oldest and most respected Alternian traditions of nude muscle beast portraits. These striking depictions of an exquisite fauna native to Alternia remind you of the purest physical ideal that must be sought by anyone who professes a love of strength. When those of lesser bloodlines turn up their uncultured noses at such stunning material, it makes you furious. Practically everything makes you furious. You will have so much rage. It can only be expressed through staggering quantities of physical violence. You build strong and sturdy robots, set them to kill mode, and beat the shit out of them in cage brawls. Sometimes you lose your teeth, but they usually grow back. Your troll tag is Centaur's Testicle. And with your bow and arrow ever at the ready, you take exception to the lewd language unbefitting of blue bloods. What will you do? Equius, check on Lucis. Can I lay down, Daisy? Daisy. Daisy, I want to lay down. Sorry. Okay, I guess I have to lay here. Now, where did the cavern excuse for custodian go? It makes you furious when he goes missing like this, probably off somewhere nursing his bruises. You swear the old boy is made of glass. You are starting to get agitated. Arthur, where are you? Oh, there he is. He was just preparing the ice-cold glass of nutritious, elusive milk for you with a thick, foamy head on it. Just the way you like it. You can't hope to beat Arthur and a butler off. He is simply the best there is. Equius, thank Arthur. You accept the frosty beverage and give the good fellow a grateful pat as gently as possible. Seriously, he's just like a soft summer peach. Equius, drink Lucy's milk. Lucy's milk is the secret to being strong. Actually, it isn't. You like to think that, though. The truth is you're really strong because you're kind of a freak. You were chosen by some of the strongest Lucy species on the planet. It was the only sort of custodian that could handle raising you. Whoops, there goes the glass, as usual. Hiss. And as usual, it sends you into a rage. The spilled milk quickly evaporates. Got to do something to calm yourself down. Let off some steam. Equius, equipped bow. You mean equipped? A little archery practice ought to cool you off, but of course, the piece of shit snaps like a twig the moment you pick it up. Actually, the feel of the brittle wood giving way under the astonishing might of your mangrit is starting to calm you down already. You equipped it to your one-half bow kind of specibus, which is pretty much useless. You also keep a plain old bow kind specibus in the event that you are able to fire an arrow someday, because a boy could dream, right? But for more practical purposes, you keep a fist kind card on hand. You stow them all in your strife portfolio. Remember the strife portfolio? It still exists. It didn't stop existing or anything. Equius, answer. You proceed to have a conversation we read not all that long ago. It went mostly like this. CT, yes. AC's face, no. CT, yes. AC, no. CT, yes. AC, no. CT, yes. AC, no. It basically just went yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. But when all was said and done, you were quite sure you convinced your good friend to stay on the right team, not the team full of degenerates with swill coursing through their veins. You're starting to get worked up again. Routine helps calm you down. Maybe you will talk to another friend. You talk to him every day for some reason. Though it's not exactly right to call him a friend since you despise him. Your relationship with the fellow is difficult to describe. It should be noted that in troll language, the word for friend is exactly the same as the word for enemy. Equius, talk to friend enemy. Centaur's tentacle began trolling terminally capricious. TC. Have I ever told you what a reprehensible disgrace you are? Fuck yeah, only every motherfucking day, bro. I am not in a very good mood. There are a few things I'd like to get off my chest. Motherfucking spill it. Don't be all keeping that shit bottled up like a fucking all shaked up bottle of Faygo. Fucking dog, I'm thirsty. I'm down to my last bottle and I don't fucking know if I can get any more in this motherfucking magic land, so I don't know. What you do appear to know it is exactly how to minimize my livid contempt for you with your revolting language and your sense of decor, and such breathtaking odds with the richness and perfection of your blood. I just hate you so much. That's cool. I can't all be making everybody happy all the time. If we ever meet, I could bake you a fucking pie and we could chill and maybe we'd be better bros that way. And the degrees to which you pollute your precious blood with your bottled fizzy sugar and sporific toxins maddening, you will stop. Whoa, I will? How do you know that? No, you don't understand. It's not a prediction. It's an order. I command you to stop. Oh, alright, brother. You motherfucking got it. What? Are you serious? Yeah, I mean, you gotta show some faith in your friends, 'cause they're all the ones we're being to look out for you. So fuck, if you say I'm not doing the shit right, then what the motherfuck do I know? No, this is unacceptable. Okay, let's start over. I apologize. I was completely out of line, and I'm sorry. I have no right to talk to you like that or tell you what you can't do. Oh, no worries. It's not my place. Your habits notwithstanding, I am lesser than you and inferior. Okay? Don't you understand that you're better than me? Can you please act like it? That's not a command. It's just a polite request, I guess. Okay, I can try, but man, I don't know if I know how to be like a better motherfucker than any other motherfucker. Okay. Look, it isn't that difficult. Try to be cognizant of your desires and needs and attempt to regard those around you as simple vehicles meant to bring about your gratification. Well, what are you doing? Right now, it sounds as if you have begun playing with the red team. Is that true? Fuck yeah. I'm all up in the fucking shit of this wicked, mystical motherfucker. I bonked an imp on the head with a club. And then a little later, I scared one with a horn. Honk. Good. This is very good. It really pleases me to hear tales of physical subjugation. I presume these were lesser beings toiling in the lower ranks of some hierarchy. Well, yeah, they're indolents, and there's some subjugation involved for fucking sure. But we're kind of settled down, and me and the imps are sharing some pie. These motherfuckers are pretty dope, actually. I like them. It pleases me considerably less to hear these things like that. And it pleases me considerably less to hear things like that. But I've already stated I have no right to be disappointed in your conduct. So I will try to control myself. Oh shit, bro, I don't want to be all like to disappoint you. What can I do to make a brother fucking shape his shit up? If I could make you smile, it would be the best fucking miracle I ever did part of. Honk, honk, honk. Would it be too much to ask for you to maybe boss me around a little? You mean like role playing? If it would help to couch it in those terms, then yeah, I guess so. But not the especially juvenile kind. Let's keep it serious and professional. I'll try, but it ain't much fucking any good at it, I think. Just say anything, as long as it's authoritative. Okay? Hey, you don't go near the motherfucking ocean, cause I all told you not to a bunch of times. Shit is straight up dangerous, and I'm getting my harsh on about it. Decent. I don't live near the ocean, though, so it's hard to immerse myself in the scenario. Alright, well, what aren't you not supposed to do? What kind of mischief do you get your bad fucking self up to? I do so many bad things, just awful things. I'm incredibly impudent, and a superior needs to put me in my place. Okay, well, don't be doing all those bad fucking things, bro. Yes, that's good like that. Cut that shit out. I'm so all meaning this. Haha, excellent. Now tell me this, high blood. I've been roughhousing a little too hard lately. I've made a bit of a mess, and anyone in a position of authority will sure be pressed about it. Crossed. What do you make of it, this wretched misbehavior? Fuck, man, I'm so motherfucking salty about all that business you said. Fuck, I'm like all moving my mouth, and the wicked noise is coming out in the frontiest way possible. And it's going to your direction, cause that's the direction to be fucking angry at. Yes, so good. I am presently whipped into a state of contrition, one befitting of our class disparity. But I am starting to perspire again, so it's best that we stop. Thank you for indulging me. Haha, no problem, bro. It's cool we could all up and motherfucking open up a little bit with each other like bros. If there's stuff you want to get off your chest, dude, like I said, I'm fucking here for a motherfucker. Kind of like a miracle how how it's always there, it never goes away, no, but I comprehend the sentiment. Have lots of thoughts, but they're difficult to communicate if you'll listen. Sure, honestly, I'm confused about the social order. Man, me too, I don't know what colors what, so I don't bother with thinking on that motherfucker. See, that's what I mean. How is it possible for one of your distinction to be so ignorant and loathsome, whereas a member of the most abject, verminous bloodline of all can conduct herself with such grace and poise, nothing of admirable mannerisms. I find these striking juxtapositions perplexing, and I confess strangely intoxicating. I wonder if I have gone mad to form such a pact with her. Well, I got no fucking clue what you're talking about. Who is she? I shouldn't be talking about this. You're the enemy. Centaur's testicles. CTC's trolling. Terminally capricious. TC. Vriska be in cahoots with Equius. Cahoots? Oh man. Come on. Arachnid's grip AG began trolling Centaur's testicles. CT. Equius what? Hey, I'm about to meddle with so many losers right now. How many? So many. All the losers. All of them. Good. Use your cunning and venom to make them envy our nobility. Oh man. Was that sarcasm? That sounded like sarcasm. No. Humor and sincerity is for Pendic wigglers. Psh, I know, you never make jokes. I was the one being sarcastic, you stooge. I was being sarcastic about you being sarcastic, duh. What? That's because you're a little worse than me. The fuck I am. Anyway, hey, did you finish Aradia's present yet? I'm about to fuss with her, and I want to know if I can keep my promise, or if you're gonna make a liar out of me. It's finished. I'll deliver it shortly. Great, jeez. Great, thanks, buddy. I'll be waiting for you. I'm happy to help, but I don't understand why you're intent on gratifying that worthless peasant. Because I promised I would, and it's none of your damn business, man. Quit your prying, always fidgeting and poking and prying. Fine, then let's proceed with the plan in a curt and professional manner. Agreed. So, just to review, we will let Aradia pretend her cute little ploy on Solix and usurp his power. Yes, isn't it funny when these chumps try to get all tactical and underhanded? It's really adorable. I guess it's pretty quaint. Anyway, she makes her little power grab, and that's when we both step in and usurp her as co-leaders, right? That's the plan. Okay, good. Then the best team will be led by the two highest bloods, the way it should be. Or at least the highest bloods who aren't shitty clown worshippers or underwater freaks. Sound good? Yes, we're in absolute agreement. Yes. Stop. Great. What a great team we are. Hey, you wouldn't be planning anything sneaky, would you? No, don't be absurd, are you? What? How could you suggest such a thing? Man, so insulting. Okay, perfect. We have the perfect plan, and no one is plotting any sort of double crossings or backstabbery or anything like that. There are no strings up my sleeve. Also, I don't have any sleeves. I am as transparent as could be, and my word is my bond. I know. Don't worry, dude. I trust you completely. You know, I can feel you trying to read my mind. Bullshit. Probably just another one of your many daily rage aneurysms. Why don't you cool your jets and have a glass of gross muscle beast milk? Get out of my head. It's making me angry. Try to remember who built your arm for you. Oh, God. Don't you dare. Robo slap. Equius, go check on Aradia's present. You delve deeper into your hive where you store many of your robotic projects. The layer doubles as the caged arena where you battle them. Under the tarp is the completed gift. You, of course, have no intention of delivering this to your neighbor. As promised, You naturally will double-cross your accomplice, just as you assume she has plans to double-cross you. You assume she is assuming the same of you. Business as usual for Blue Bloods. You will deliver it to Aradia yourself to gain her favor, and then double-cross her and take your rightful position as team leader. How ironic that someone of your blue purity must work to win the favor of the lowest sort of peasant. Humiliating, strangely tantalizing even, but in the end, class order will be restored. Aqueous, remove tarp. You reveal her sparkling new chassis. You have paid a great deal of attention to quality and detail in this model. She is perfect. You don't know what to make of the feelings she stirs. For one like you to entertain thoughts of attraction for such genetic filth would be utter depravity, exquisite, delectable depravity. Why, Aradia, it appears the red glass of your eye has caught the pink and green glint of the moons in their perigees. The sweet poetry almost makes a man forget how the grim that was once filled your veins made his stomach turn. It is a good omen of illicit lovers. Could you imagine the scandal if anyone found out? No one must ever know, but worry not, your heart will pump no more of that despicable red sludge. You have been given a new heart. You can be taught the ways of the class you were always meant for. No one is beyond redemption. Be grateful, dear Aradia, for the first time in your meaningless life. You have met a man with true compassion. And just what do you think you're looking at? Keep your cold, mechanical judgment to yourself, as if your own record is so spotless. Don't forget who made you. Oh, that's right, my. That is a smart mouth you have. That was the last straw. An example must be made of this insubordination. Kaboomy. More kaboomy. The canative Doomsday Dice Cascader is unfortunately activated. Let's see. Extras. Strike back at the Midnight Crew using awesome dice-based technology. You've been pushed to your limit by the larcenous Midnight Crew. You have no hope of defeating these felons unless you resort to measures of desperation. You call for PFPI's help. PFPI conjures one of his most deadly imagined weapons, the Canatonic Doomsday Dice Cascader, featuring Loathsome Pop-Matic bubble technology. You press the prime bubble to allocate the empty catheter crucibles with bubbles. You roll a 6, the most favorable result. The crucibles are allocated with 6 cascader bubbles, each containing a d6. You press the first cascader, the result is a 2. Not very good, but it's just the beginning. The other 5 cascader dice are multiplied by this number to become 12-sided dice. The second cascader is pressed for a resulting multiplier of 8. The remaining 4 dice now have 12 times 8 equals 96 sides each. G3 3360 times 2922. D 9,817,920 times 101,894 D 50 trillion. The third cascader is pressed for a resulting multiplier of 35. The remaining 3 dice now have 96 times 35, 3,360 sides each. The fourth cascader is pressed for a resulting multiplier of 2,922. The remaining 2 dice now have 3,360 times 2,922 equals 9,817,920 sides each. The fifth cascader is pressed for a resulting multiplier of 5,101,894. The final remaining die has now 9,817,920 times 5,001 5,101,894 equals 50 trillion 90,870,000,000 of 753,280 sides. You roll the last die by pressing the final Doomsday Cascader. This will trigger the weapon on the terrible device and potentially deal up to 50 trillion hit points and damage. The Doomsday Cascader rolls a 1. The lousy thing breaks. You seriously can't believe how unbelievably shitty this Doomsday device is. Snap. Kaboomy. Boop. Arthur! Moments earlier. Vriska, Metal with Terezi. Ragnar's grip, AG began trolling Gallows Calibrator GC. It looks like tonight we will have to break our shoes, or at least suspend it. Hope you don't mind. How do you figure that? Because tonight we will play a game together for the first time, and I don't even know, forever. The truce wasn't about playing games together, dummy. It was about not stabbing each other in the back anymore and stopping the cycle of revenge, and above all, not using your powers to hurt people who don't deserve it. Man, you like to give me such a hard time about all that. I can't catch a break. Can't you see I'm trying to put all that behind me and make amends with everybody? No, of course you can't see that. What am I saying? It's hard to believe you with all the lying you've done. Your blueberry bubblegum words still smell pretty good, but your deceit stinks. I'll prove it to you. I'm giving Aradia a present that will make her feel all better finally. Then I will be in the clear. Phew! Totally redeemed. You'll see. Smell. I don't know why you're bothering trying to help her. She won't care. Whatever it was you did to her, I think you broke her brain. It's so terrible. Man, why can't you cut me some slack for once? It's not like I even did anything that bad to you. I lost 7 eyes out, but you only lost 2. I would say you came out ahead in the bargain. I know, and actually I never really got the chance to thank you. Ugh, your sarcasm really stinks when here I am just trying to be nice, okay? I guess I deserve it. I'm serious though, but I won't expect you to get that. Ugh, fine. Be that way, but you shouldn't sit there and pretend we're so different. Remember Team Scourge, how convenient all that must be to have forgotten. You were so nasty. Oh man, if you crossed Terezi Pyro, you were fucked. Yeah, if you were a bad guy, we were supposed to be like a vigilante duo dispensing justice. And you could take the bad guys home and feed them to your stupid spider, but instead, you just fed her everybody. And lied and lied and lied. Yeah, those were the days. I mean, days full of mistakes and regret. But it was still a lot of fun watching you dismantle huge teams of LARPers with nothing but politics and head games, without even using any special powers. Wow, meh. Come on, what do I have to do here? I don't know. Well, if you want to know what I think, you should start changing your tune. Because even though you've got all those highfalutin morals and fancy reservations, you know as well as me that a killer is a killer is a killer. There ain't no changing your ways for good, and one day you're going to fail that silly little cane of yours and not find nothing to bump into, fall face first and into the shit again. And you're going to do something terrible to somebody and wish you could take it back, but you can't. And then you'll work hard to win back their trust, and you'll try and try and try, and you'll see how hard it is. You'll see. I doubt it. You'll see. I'm whispering that, and it is echoing and ominous. You'll see. You'll see. Oh, well, you can't. Oh, well, you can. It's Garrett. Haha, Arachnid Script, AG, Cease Trolling, Gallows, Calibrators, CG. XO. Arachnid Script, AG, begin trolling, Gallows, Calibrator, CG. Whoa, what was that? What was what? There was a loud noise outside my house. It sounded like an explosion. Wow, really? And then another one. And then now something that sounds like an avalanche? Well, if I had to guess, I would say it was probably 2 explosions and then an avalanche. That dumbass is probably punching robots again. I will go outside and look. Okay, try not to get burned or crushed to death or anything. That would be awful. You got it. Arachnid script, AG, cease trolling, Gallows Calibrators, GC. And much earlier than that, Gallows Calibrators, GC began trolling Apocalypse Arisen AA. How is he? Okay, he can't walk though, probably never will. Maybe he could be fixed with robo-prosthetics if you didn't mind getting help from, No, neither he or I should have ever had anything to do with those hateful snobs. It was a big mistake, no offense. That's okay, I'm a little too teal for their taste anyway. I don't see why they'd lift a finger to help him. They hate us both so much. I'm so mad. I hope you're not thinking of doing anything in retaliation. It will end badly. You should let me handle it. I'm not scared of her. She can't control me. She tried. It doesn't work. I know, but trust me, if you piss her off, she'll find a way to get you. This is really tricky. Just let me deal with it. But it was my fault. I was distracted when I could have helped him. I was too. We were both distracted with the same thing. Yeah, who was he anyway? Pretty sure he was Vriska's friend. What was he doing there? Watching us. Who knows? He's not really her friend, though. You should see how he talks about her behind her back. She has no idea how bad he's playing her, but then I don't think he knows how bad she's playing him either. See, it's complicated. I really need to stay out of it and let... You really need to stay out of it and let me deal with this. I guess so. I feel powerless sitting here doing nothing, though. It's like she wins even if you get her back. Don't think of it that way. I know how to stop her, trust me. I guess our gaming days are over then. Us four at least. Yep, I'm pretty much done with her. It's probably best you listen to the advice of your friend, and yet the voices are as lucid as ever. They urge you to make her pay. Aradia, make her pay. It's a shame it had to come to this. You don't like summoning the spirits of the dead to settle scores, but if she had to face her victims again, maybe she'd finally learn to feel remorse. Spooky ghosties. Spooky, scary skeletons. Vriska, answer white text guy. Well, what? I'm surrounded by ghosts and kind of freaking out about it. I know, I'm asking what you intend to do about it. I don't know, I guess I will just curl into a little ball and cry and hope they go away. Is that what you want to hear, you sick fuck? Aren't you going to kill her? Who? Your friend, the one who summoned the spirits. Will that make them go away? Does it matter? She brought them here to torment you. This obviously warrants revenge. You know you're going to anyway. You won't be able to help yourself. I don't have to do shit. Maybe I don't mind ghosts. Maybe they're great company once I get used to them. No, they're terrifying you. There's only one thing to do. Okay, so why don't you kill her? Be my guest. Wow, thanks for offering. What a pal. That's not how I work. Oh, really? Well, you seem pretty excited about killing Tavros, too, and you even helped, so I guess that is how you work after all. Not really. All I did was stand somewhere for a few minutes. I just gave you an opportunity to do something you wanted to do. Anyway, you hated him, remember? I know I did. I still do, I guess. I don't know. But I was never going to kill these people. They were, like, off limits, I guess. These games were just supposed to be fun and serve no other purpose. They were serving a very important purpose. Yeah, okay, you're getting off on talking a girl into killing her buddy. Sure is important, loser. Again, I don't talk you into anything, nor am I doing so now. You were and are going to do this regardless. I only ever place myself in positions of tangibility. involvement with events that will bring about my employer's entry into this universe. I oversee the events as they take place and ever so slightly nudge them into motion when necessary. I'm beginning to think you really believe that. Oh, so delusional. You're just a pathetic, lonely gamer who buys into his own character profile BS. The omniscient have no need for beliefs and no room for delusions. Ha ha ha, you're the dumbest omniscient person I've ever met. Sure, you know a lot, but I know for a fact there's stuff you don't know, that's true, but the gaps in my knowledge exist by design. They are the pillars of shadow on which my comprehensive visions is built. Necessary pockets of void meant for efficient outcomes I've foreseen and which will require my influence. Each dark pocket in time will be filled, but I wonder why I waste this nuance on you. Because you need to add more blatant lies to patch up all the holes in your sad cover story. I don't lie. Deception is only necessary for those like you to achieve their objectives. I play with my cards face up. Isn't it funny how during our various matches, I could tell you what my moves will be in advance and still win? Face, yeah, but I'm getting closer to beating you. You'll see. Look at that. The shock amount. The short amount of time I've reserved for arguing with a child has expired. I will go, but maybe you're right. Maybe you are a person with free will and you won't kill your friend. What do I know? Enjoy your haunting. Hold up, I need to get a drink. Easy. I wish you would scooch. Okay. Riska, make her pay. Of course he's right. Not much point in living with all these moneyed spooks just to spite some guy you don't even give a shit about. Well, how to go about it, can't control her. It can be difficult to manipulate the mind of the physically gifted. Or the psychically gifted. Let's see who else is there. Terezi, forget about it. What about that guy? Nah. Her, nope, not him either. How about this guy? Unfortunately, you can't control him. You can only control him about half the time. Then again, that should be all the time you need. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream here because my voice is starting to crap out at the moment. But yeah, we're getting further in Homestuck. Yay! I'm gonna save the game real quick. And yeah, we're gonna do some more Homestuck Let's Reads because I found out where we were last at. Yeah, boy! Bye, guys!